Welcome back guys, Card Boss channel. Today with another PSA reveal. I've got 27 slabs I believe here, okay, and as you can see in the title, right, so 60% gem min, super happy to get this back, but there's a plot twist. Alright, so if you love this channel and the type of content that I show you, do like and subscribe so that I could bring you more content like this. Let's go. Alright, first up, before we begin, I just want to address some of the comments, about PSA returns of getting horrible grades, not being consistent, and PSA just becoming extremely harsh or tighter on their grades. I don't think that's the case. I think PSA is still grading fairly consistently. The quality control is still there. There are usually those outliers whereby you get those PSA 6 or PSA 7, but most of the time that's probably some hairline nick or a scratch that you probably missed our initial review. So all in all, I still think that PSA is doing the right thing. Okay, I'm fairly happy with all the grades so far. Obviously things can be a lot better, we expect a lot better, but definitely I do think that PSA is still churning out good and consistent grades. So coming back to this particular submission, which I submitted through regular submission through a group submitter back around November last year. So this is about 14 months to come back. Regular submission, right? Supposedly 20 days. So it's like 14 months to come back. And I paid, I believe, about $22 or $26 each. I can't remember, okay? But all in all, this one here, 27 cards, 60% gem rates, that's 16 PSA 10s. And I believe that the rest are all PSA 9s. So awesome results for this submission. But of course, we're going to come to that plot twist later on. I'm just going to show you guys the cards that I sent in and the results. So let's move on to the first stack here. I've got 3 Kobe Bryant 2004 Topps Chrome Refractor. Love these cards of Kobe. Awesome poses. Right. And this PSA 10, I'm not sure what the pop count is, but this is probably the money card in this whole submission. Next up, Ja Morant Prism PSA 10, always good to have. And now we're going to come to a bunch of Lucas Optic PSA 9, Optic PSA 10, got another PSA 9, another PSA 9 here, Donruss Paper PSA 10, another PSA 10, and another PSA 10. This is looking pretty sweet so far. Another PSA 10, and another PSA 10. So that's 5 in a row, guys. So I guess at this point in time, right, if we were rewinding this back like a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, having these results, these are amazing results, right? PSA 10s across the board. It's just profit, right? It's just profit. So let's move on first. I've got a random Tyler Hero. I think most of you who can remember, Tyler Hero had an extremely good performance during the bubble last year, and I was one of the many who just dabbled a bit into Tyler Hero. Things has fallen off for him pretty quickly, but thankfully I just got like 1 or 2 cards that I sent to PSA. This is one of them that came back a PSA 10, right? It's Mosaic Silver Prism. Some pretty unusual piece here, 2017 LeBron James Optic Black Velocity, and this is number out of 39. At one point I was actually trying to chase a set for this Optic Black Velocity. I just actually love all this nice design in the back, but kind of abandoned the chase and I actually sold out on every single piece I have. So this LeBron is likely gonna go on sale as well. Okay, on to the next stack. Here we are. First up, Luka Paper PSA 10, awesome. Zion Prism, alright. Mixed feelings about this one. High pop card, PSA 10, no doubt. Okay, and here we go. Mosaic Reactive Blue PSA 9, PSA 10, PSA 10, PSA 9. Still looking pretty alright so far. PSA 9. This is a reactive orange for Zion, PSA 10. green mosaic, 9, 10, 10, and lastly another 9. So that's all the cards that came in. So as you can tell, right, the results are pretty spectacular here. You can just literally look at all the 10s, and the 10s just keep coming, Lucas and Zions. But what's the main problem with this submission, right? As I said, this submission was sent in around November last year, before the big price spikes in early January 2021. So even before that big hike in early of this year, okay, these prices are all trending pretty well. And when I say well, means that a submission like this, or results like this, is usually multiple full of profits. Okay, but not in this case. I'm gonna explain why. Let's just talk about Zions for a second. All these reactive mosaic greens, right? Pretty good stuff, all of them. Okay, and I'm just gonna talk about just these Zions first for the time being. Each one of these Zions raw was purchased back then for roughly about $100 each. Okay, and at the time, I believe a PSA 10 for a reactive, it's probably about $300. Sorry about that. And now multiple PSA 10s, right? And if you check the latest price for a PSA 10 reactive, doesn't matter whether it's orange or green or blue, it's only $100. Some even, I think the last year went for like 90. Don't even get me started on the 9s, right? I'm talking about PSA 10 going for only $100. So which means that I bought a raw for 100, paid about $22 to $26 on fees, waited 14 months, and only to come back to be valued the same as I bought it. That's not very good, right? I don't know what to say. Okay, of course we believe that, oh hey, card prices are come down, or yeah, I understand, I talk about that, the market's down and all this kind of stuff, but the idea of having to buy a card and sending it raw, paying all their fees, and coming back and worth less in a PSA 10 slab, this is like the best you can get, right? PSA 10, and to be worth less than what you paid for a year ago after waiting for 14 months. And I get it, there's a lot of people who are on the same boat, with second year base cards and stuff like that. I've seen all of that, right? But we're talking about Zion, rookie, parallel, okay, and a PSA 10. Maybe things will change when Zion comes back on the court, perhaps, but at this point in time, these Zions are moving into the cold storage. And let's talk a bit about the others, right? Like Lucas. So I'm just gonna put away the Kobe's are fine, okay? But I'm just gonna talk about the Lucas. So I've got two sets of Lucas here: the optics and the Donruss paper, right? The Donruss paper, I believe the raws were going in for about $100 as well, and the optics raws were going about $150 to $200 if I'm not mistaken, right? And these now paper PSA 10s are going for about $150, and the optic PSA 9s of $150 maybe. Okay, so these are all underwater for Luca, right? Do you sell? Perhaps, right? I think that the trend is moving away from paper cards, as in just normal base rookie cards, and going to parallels, numbered serial numbers and stuff like that. So there will be still some demand for new starting collectors who just want to add, a PSA 9, or there will be still demand for these cards, but will we get those prices back? Like, for example, the optic PSA 10 at one point in time, it was like $500 or $600. Not sure we'll ever see those prices again for this PSA 10. $250 is probably what we're gonna see for at least the next 1 to 2 years, perhaps. Okay, so it just feels terrible, right? Having to wait 14 months and that kind of cost base, and just coming back net like break even or even loss for that matter. right? So you're talking about 60% gem rate, which is amazing, okay? And coming back, not making any money. This is not what you want from a PSA sub, genuinely. But we can't control the market, so we just gotta move on and perhaps try to cash out some of these and take the money into some sort of better investments moving forward. Alright, hope you guys enjoy this content. Do like and subscribe again, and look forward to seeing you guys again. Cheers, thanks, Cardboys out.